risk management and assessing your risks when it comes to looking at new properties for your property investments. Hey there, fellow property enthusiasts, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be navigating the wonderful world of managing risks as a property investor. And trust me, guys, it is a wild ride, judging by recent events, but I'm telling you, we will be able to navigate through this like a pro and we'll cruise through unscathed. Let's get into it. And for those who don't know me, trust me, I have been a construction project manager for years now. And when I tell you, I have seen it all. From smooth sailing projects to literally hand nail biting dramas. And if there's anything I have learned and anything I can take away, is that managing risks is crucial to the success of your project. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So first things first, and I always talk about this on my channel, we need to be creating a project risk register from the get-go. From the beginning, before you do anything, we need to be doing a project risk register. And this is going to act as almost like your crystal ball of things that could go wrong, that probably will go wrong, and you are prepared for. That's the main thing. And the key thing is that it's costed. So we need to have a cost there for every single thing that we put on this risk register that could go wrong, that probably will go wrong, and that we've got a cost put aside to. And this is going to be separate to your contingency. So here's how it works. For example, when we are first looking and analysing a property that we're thinking, yes, we're going to go ahead with this property, we're going to offer on this property, we are going to even look or view this property. This is how far ahead we are looking at risks, guys. We are always looking at things blinkered in the view of, right, this risk might go wrong. And the first thing we need to have, and probably the main thing, this is what I always look for right at the beginning, is the roof condition. Even at the get-go, when I'm even looking at a property, even on the advertisement, even on Rightmove or whatever, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll view this property. I'm always looking at the roof line. This is something that I have in my head from day one, from straight away, is looking at the roof line and making sure that it is quite smooth. The roof line right at the top, it doesn't dip down or anything like that. And I'm looking at the roof tiles, I'm looking at the guttering, everything like that, straight away on the roof, because it's water ingress. If you have a hole in your roof, if you have a bad roof, water can get in, and when water gets into the roof, that's when you get leaks. That's what's going to cost you the most to repair. So it's always being prepared for water ingress. So when I'm initially looking at a property and I think, right, okay, this roof is gaping, for example, there's roof tiles missing, or the roof looks in poor condition, maybe it's a terraced property and I can tell straight away the roof is in really, really bad condition. From the get-go here, and this is based on costs here in Nottingham, a terraced property, I'm thinking straight away maybe about £5,000 to £6,500 to fully repair or redo the roof at project stage. And again, like I say, this is based on cost for Nottingham. It's based on a mid or terraced property that needs the complete re-roofing job doing. If I do that while I'm at the project stage, it's going to save me a load of heartache. That's if I have to do a completely new re-roof. That's if I'm redoing the whole entirety of the roof, and not just spot replacing tiles and things like that, but a complete re-roof while we're at project stage, which is going to save me a lot of heartache later on, because I'm not going to have to go back later and redo these things. In my risk register, I'm going to put re-roof, £5,000 to £6,500 set aside from the get-go. And as I say, that's based on a completely new roof though. So that'll be item 1, for example. That'll be the description, will be re-roof, and the cost will be there, and then that's what I'm tallying up. Or if it looks like it's just going to be a couple of spot retiles or something like that, or a partial re-roof, then I can allocate the cost accordingly. If I'm thinking straight away it is a complete re-roof, then I've got that, I'm putting that cost straight away, and that bang, straight away goes in my risk register. And this just saves a lot of heartaches later on. By the way, my name's Sabrina, and I'm literally documenting this and all of my other issues and whatever I have on my property journey here on this YouTube channel. So if you like the content so far, please like, comment and subscribe, especially if you are finding value in this so far, because it just helps other people find my channel and it helps me help more people. So hopefully you'll continue to go on like this, and you will list other items. For example, if it needs a spot plaster, is looking a little bit dodgy, and you need to add this to your items, and that'll be another thing that you'd add to your risk register. Or if it looks like you've got an old consumer unit unit or electrical unit, that's a good indication to say that maybe the house might need rewiring. That's another thing that you can add into your risk register. And a good tip is if you are looking to invest in an area where maybe you're down south and you're looking to invest in Nottingham or somewhere up north and you don't know the area, if you ring around a few contractors and trades and just get a rough average for the cost, what you're aiming to do, then you can add that into your risk register. After a while, once you sort of start tallying these things up, you'll get a feel for it. And again, if you do log all of these things in the form of a risk register, you'll have this for each time that you have a project, and it's going to give you that historic information so that you can then sort of guesstimate better on the next project that you do and the next project after that and so on and so forth. And then the next thing in mitigating your risk is looking risk management and assessing your risks when it comes to looking at new properties for your property investments. So guys, you need to vet every potential property for your investments that you're going to put towards your property portfolio, almost like your online dating. Literally, you need to do your research. You want to be researching the crime in the area. If you're going to be a remote investor, you need to be researching the potential ROI, making sure that that aligns with your property criteria and your property plan. Make sure that you're going to be getting that potential return, or at least the estimate of that return that's going to fit into your plan of where you want to go on your property journey. You want to be making sure as well that you've got an adequate exit plan. So are you doing a bridge to let? Are you just doing a bridge loan? If you're doing the bridge to let, then it comes in 2 stages. I've got videos on this on my channel as well, just go into more detail on these bridge to lets, which are my preferred option because you've got that exit strategy built in, and that's with the same lender as well. So you've got that certainty built in that you are going to exit from your bridge loan, which, as we already know, it's got super high interest rates, charges, fees and things like that. But you've also got that exit strategy from the get-go, and you're going to be exiting out onto and with the same lender. Again, check the channel out for more videos on the bridge to let side of things, but that is the preferred route that I like to go down because you've got that certainty from the get-go that you can get off. I've recently, at the minute, I'm going through trying to exit off a bridge loan because of the uncertainty in the market and the type of investment that I've done. It's proving quite difficult, but a video is going to come later, guys, as to what I've gone through trying to get off this bridge loan. And let's just say it's been a little bit of a nightmare, but again, that's because I haven't gone through the bridge to let, which is my preferred lending option. So I've not had that certainty of knowing that I'm going to be able to exit onto a buy to let portion, or the second stage, so to speak, from the get-go. So yeah, we want to be vetting the property, making sure that there's no structural issues, there's no other red flags like the neighbourhood, everything all checks out so that we know we've got a sound property that we're investing in that aligns with our property plan and our property criteria of what we want as well. And we're also making sure that with our exit strategy and our lending preferences, our finances are all aligned as well. And I also use Unbiased. The link for them is in the description box below, and you will get your first consultation free via the link below in the description box. I use them to align my finances. It's almost like an online dating for your finances. So they will put you in touch with the right mortgage broker, for example, if that's what you need for what you want. The link for them is in the description box below. I make a small commission from anyone who signs up. So thank you, guys. And also my mortgage advisor's details are also in the link below if you want to use that as well. And another thing, this is something that I don't really hear talked about too much, and it's something that I need to talk about more on my channel. It's obtaining the right property insurances as well, especially if you are a landlord. You need this insurance to protect yourself. Let's talk insurance. Now, insurance can be your best friend if things tend to go or might go sideways. So just make sure, guys, that you have got the right level of insurance that you need, whether it's property insurance, liability insurance, landlord's insurance. Make sure that you've got the right insurance for what you need for your specific needs. Again, your mortgage advisor or broker can discuss this with you in more detail. I know mine will. Her details are in the description box below. And obviously most lenders will need to see that insurance and that to make sure that you've got that when you're actually taking out the lending with them. But you need to make sure that you get the right level of insurance for your landlord needs, for your needs in general when you are property investing. So again, my mortgage advisor's details are in the description box below. You can contact her if you want to discuss those with her. And another point to mitigate against risk is to diversify your portfolio, guys. And this is something that I really want to get more into myself as well. I want to start venturing more into commercial property and then offering commercial leases as well, my residential properties that I've got in my portfolio, just so I have different things in different places, so that if anything goes wrong, I've got a diverse and robust portfolio that I can lean on. So as I said, I just really want to get into having some commercial lets or some commercial properties that I can let out as well as the residential, just so my portfolio is a little bit more diverse. So it's something that I want to get more into, and again, I'll probably document that here on this channel, but yeah, I want to get into more commercial lets as well as the residential. And another point that I do talk about on this channel as well is holding back some of your rental income or some of your profit or some funds for the unexpected expenses that you may have to pay. So what I try to do and what I tend to do, I am doing, is build up a bit of a pot for each of the properties that I have, so that you've got something there just in case something goes wrong. You've got that fund to pull from should you need to, if there's a massive expense, say the boiler goes, or there's an unexpected leak, or there's something that causes quite a lot of damage that maybe the insurance might not cover. You've got that money there that you can dip into. Another thing as well, guys, is you need to have those void periods built into your forecasts from day one. So when you're actually looking at potential property to invest in and have as an investment property, you need to build in as part of your risk management strategy for voids. So if there's somebody not there, you need to build that into your profits as well. So you build that in from day one, and therefore then you've got more robust basis to make a decision as to, yes, I'm going to go for that property, because you're making a well-informed decision based on different things. So you're basing that on something that includes for void periods as well. And another thing is, please seek advice, whether it's legal advice, whether it's a builder's advice on an issue. Just ask to mitigate against your risk as well. Just ask advice from professionals. They know, they are professionals, they're there to help you, and they can help you navigate through any queries that you may have. If you are unsure, there's nothing wrong with asking and piping up and just asking somebody. They will welcome the questions, I'm telling you. So if you've got anything that you want to ask, for example, if you want to ask me anything, just pop that on an email. The email is in the description box below as well. Any issues, just ask me and I'm happy to help if it's something that I can help with. But yeah, just seek that advice. If you can, take a builder along. For example, when you are viewing a property, take a builder along with you. If you can't take the builder along, then take loads of videos and loads of shots and send them to the builder and ask their advice as well. If you see something that particularly you think, oh, that doesn't seem quite right, take a video, take loads of photos and send it to a builder or a qualified tradesperson to get their professional advice on it as well. And if you are in the East Midlands, I've got a few tradespeople that in the description box below as well, that who I work with. For example, if it's anything to do with any electrics, I've got electrical people that I speak to. My consultants are in the description box as well. You can speak to them if you need to. And another thing is being proactive in managing and mitigating against risks. And what I mean by this, guys, is make sure that you are doing inspections once you've got a tenant in your property, whether it's 6 months or 12 months or whatever. Just make sure that you are keeping on top of those inspections and inventory reports, so that you can spot any niggling things that may turn out, that might arise, that just surface. You've nipped those in the bud and you've got those straight away. For example, mold and condensation. Condensation can lead to mold, and that can be an even worse problem. So if you're keeping an eye on that by noting that when you're going on your 6 monthly inspections with your tenant, then you can mitigate against the worser problem of that developing into mold, for example. And I mean, which tenant's not going to want you to come and have a look and just see if there's an issue and getting in front of that before the issue gets even more? They're going to welcome that, because it's going to show that you care as a landlord. So just make sure you are proactive, you're noting things, you're tracking changes. If there's anything that could have an adverse effect on your tenant, you are getting ahead of that, because trust me, it's within your best interest, because it might cost you more in the long run to put right. And guys, bonus tip, just make sure you're staying abreast of any change in regulations, things like that as well, just that may affect your rental properties. So you're making sure that you're keeping up to date with any of those. If there is any change in regulations and that that you're keeping on top of everything. Yeah, knowledge is power, my friend. And literally in property investment, anything is going to save you money in the long run. And guys, we do have a link to a project plan, which is in the description box below. It's got a section on managing risk and risk registers. It actually got a template on a risk register that you can use. And in case you're wanting to know or wondering about a project actually being running from start to finish, watch this playlist next. And this is a project from start to finish that I've run. Thanks guys. See you in the next one.